Hey, it's a beautiful day in Austin. It's in the 70s in February, bright blue sky. Kelly and I, my wife, we're going on a hike to Mount Lakeway, and I thought since we're making this great hike today, maybe I'll share a motivational topic with you. So why don't you join us, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it while we walk. Come on. All right, so I watched this Netflix film. It's called 14 Peaks, Nothing is Impossible. It's a movie about a guy named Nirmal Purja who decided to hike all 14 of the 8,000 meter peaks. And he wanted to do it in a very short amount of time. It's a great documentary. It has a lot to do about success and motivation. And so I thought I'd just tell you some of the 14 things that I learned by watching 14 Peaks, Nothing is Impossible. All right, so I told you 14 things I learned. Number one, dream big. Do not be afraid to dream big. It's the opening line in this film, 14 Peaks, and I think it's critical in life to dream. Dreaming might have a negative reflection when people talk about it, but I think it's critical to dream, because when you dream, you expand your mind to all possibilities. Nothing is impossible. And that's the whole point of his movie. In the mountaineering world, he set out to complete 14 8,000 meter peaks in 8 months. And the previous record was 7 or 8 years. And everyone told him it was impossible. But he set out to do this. And so only because he decided to dream big was this project possible for him. All right, number two, positivity. Nirmal believed in the power of positive thinking, as do I. In life, you have to have a positive attitude, otherwise you're just going to defeat yourself. You've heard the sticker or seen the sticker, "No fear." That's a perfect example of positive thinking. Nirmal had this saying in the film. He said, "I'm not going to die today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today." That was his motto. He always said that to himself when he was, having some doubts or self-confidence issue. And in mountaineering, it's a very dangerous sport, so life and death are always in the balance. But just remember, you have to be positive. Everything that Nirmal was trying to do in this film, in this project, everyone told him it was impossible. You cannot do this. It's never been done in less than 7 years. So rather than calling his project impossible, he said, "I'm going to name this Project Possible." Again, a great way to show and express positive thinking. All right, number three, milestones. Divide seemingly insurmountable projects into milestones or phases. In the film, Nirmal divided his Project Possible into 3 phases, and of course 14 individual milestones, one for each mountain. When you divide projects up into small pieces or sections or segments, it makes everything more manageable. It's breaking it up into small chunks. Imagine trying to eat like a 16-ounce steak in one bite. Impossible. But if you divide it into 16 1-ounce pieces, you can definitely eat it. Or running a long marathon, a 26-mile marathon, if you just decided to wake up one day and say, "I'm going to run 26 miles, you're probably not going to complete it. But if you divide that training program into phases, where you start with maybe 5 miles, then 10 miles, and then 15 miles, then all of a sudden you're up to 26 miles in a single occurrence. So divide your project into milestones, and then doing one milestone or completing it gives you the confidence to do another one, and it builds on top of each other. You have these mini wins along the way. So you have the final project that you're going to complete, but you're also succeeding all along the way. You've completed milestone 1, 2, 3, just like he did with 14 Peaks. All right, number 4, focus. You have to have intense focus and drive. Now, during during this project, Nims had his personal obstacles that he had to deal with, but he always came back to the project. He was focused on completing the goal, no matter what. At one point, he was at Annapurna and climbing it, and Don Bowie, who is spotlighted in the film, was working with Nims to complete the hike, the summit, and there was really tough conditions on the mountain, extremely tough. And Don Bowie told Nims, I think we're gonna have to give up. This is just not gonna work. And Nims replied to Don Bowie and said, giving up is not in the blood. That he was so focused on completing the objective that he just kept going. He was talking to another group of mountaineers at a base camp which were really depressed about something. And he said, I've been coming from mountain to mountain, and when you think you're screwed, you tell yourself you're screwed, but you're only about 45% screwed. You still have more to give. So go until you have nothing more to give. Another lady that he was talking to at one point, she was with a companion, and this guy told her, you have about 50-50 chance of living or dying. And Nims told her, you've got to take chances in life. You got to do something for yourself in order to succeed. All right, number 5 is support. You need strong support from your family, your friends, your coworkers, your teammates, everyone around you. You need to find the best people you know and reward them equally with either money, praise, kindness, anything that you can give them to make them feel appreciated, to support them like they're supporting you. You need love from family to stay focused in everything you do. There's also a saying that the Army, the military has, it's leave no man behind. That's support like no other. All right, number 6, fortitude. You need mental strength in any difficult project. You're gonna question yourself, your abilities, your reasoning. Why am I doing this? You have to have that mental strength. You have to stay strong in order to accomplish anything and be successful. Doubt is a tangible fact, and you need to confront it when it appears. Don't let it sink in. Keep it away. Anytime it comes up, push it away. Do whatever you can to change your mental attitude, because you need that mental strength to keep going, because it is going to be difficult. All right, number 7, you got to have fun in anything you do. If what you're doing is not fun, stop and have some fun. Step away from the project with your group, your team, your colleagues, your family, your friends, whatever it is that you're doing, and have fun along the way. That's all life is about, is making sure that you're working and playing. It's a psychological factor. We need to work and play. Otherwise, we get burned out. There was a base camp where everyone was just severely depressed because they weren't succeeding in their summit attempts. And he said, no problem, we are here now, Project Possible is here. And then he threw a big party for everyone at the base camp. So that changed everyone's mind. They were all focused on this fact that they were failing at their summit attempts. And then that night they threw a big party and everyone was happy again. And the next day, everyone's attitude changed completely because they had a relief from all this depressing atmosphere. So have fun in whatever it is that you're doing. All right, number 8 is win. You don't want to just be competitive, you want to win. You want to have that winning attitude, because no matter what it is that you're doing, someone else is trying to do it too. And if they have that winning attitude and you don't, they're going to succeed and you're going to fail. Nims was not just competitive, he was competitive with himself. And that's a really important strategy. Even if there's no one to compete against, you're out there all alone. Compete against yourself. Think about how fast you did that last segment, or how long it took you to complete one milestone. On the next milestone, do it faster than you did the previous one. So not only be competitive, win. You need to be a winner in order to be successful in life. All right, number 9 is generosity. You need to be generous with those that are helping you and even people that are not helping you, Because when you are first giving to others, they're going to give back to you when you need it most. You need to always be looking for that win-win situation in everything that you do. And make sure that you're giving more than you're receiving, because it will always come back to you in the end. All right, number 10, be a pioneer. In Project Possible, NIMS always went his own way. And when you go your own way, it secures your position as a leader. There's always going to be people going this way, and you can choose to go the way they're going, but I guarantee your results will be the exact same as theirs. But if you go your own way, you're going to learn new experiences, you're going to have successes, you're going to have failures, but you're going to do it your way, and it's going to make you a stronger person in the end. One of my favorite poems, probably my all-time favorite poem, is one I learned in middle school. It's written by Robert Frost. It's The Road Not Taken. The last line of this poem says, "I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." So I think that's a critical lesson in life, is take the one less traveled by. You'll always be happier in the end. That's where we're headed. That's Mount Lakeway. We're about halfway there, and we're making good progress on our topics. I hope you're enjoying them. Let's keep going. All right, number 11, confidence. You have to have confidence in anything that you do. Now, I will admit, confidence does not come automatically. Confidence comes with experience and expertise, usually. You're not going to go out and do something for the first time ever and have any confidence at all. Confidence comes after you do stuff repeatedly over and over and over, whether it's learning a new language, hiking, sailing on the ocean, starting a new job, a new skill. Confidence comes with experience, but you have to have confidence as a leader, especially when you're a leader, because if you don't have confidence, the people that are working with you and for you will not have confidence. So if you start to doubt yourself, and there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be failures, setbacks, disasters maybe, could be death if you're doing something as extreme as mountaineering like he was. You have to stay confident, because if you don't have confidence, your teammates are going to lose their confidence and everything's going to crumble below you. So always remember, be confident. And if you don't have confidence, get it, and then start your project. All right, number 12. You have to adapt. No matter how much planning you do in anything you do, things are not going to go according to plan. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen that way in real life. When things don't go according to plan, you have to adapt and you have to overcome whatever it is. Now, I won't spoil it, because there's a huge problem in the movie, the documentary, near the end of it, that almost forces NIMS to quit. And he did not quit, but he adapted and he overcame the problem, and he eventually succeeded. So in life, in projects, in any endeavor, remember, expect it. Things will not go according to plan, and always have a plan B or a plan C or a plan D, whatever it is that you need to do to overcome those setbacks and failures. And even if you don't know what to do, take a step back. You'll eventually come up with a solution. So adapt and overcome. 13, pain. Pain is the worst one of all. But in this movie, this documentary, pain was constant. Every mountain, every obstacle, every milestone, constant pain when you're mountaineering. And even if it's not mountaineering, if it's just business or projects, whatever it is, you're going to have pain. It's either going to be physical or emotional, psychological pain. And pain is the truest test of anyone's abilities to succeed. No matter what it is, let's think about a marriage or a race or your job. When there's pain, people quit, right? But if success is what you're after, you have to endure that pain. You have to mitigate it, do whatever it takes to get through it. Now, I'm not a doctor, if there's a medical issue, a doctor's going to say, stop the physical pain. But if it's just endurance or something that's not going to affect the rest of your life, you need to endure that pain. There's a guy that's featured in the film. His name's Reinhold Messner, and he said something to the effect of, when the mountain is, or the pain is forcing you to go down, you keep going up. Now, as a personal example, my wife Kelly, she had a bicycle accident 6 months ago. It broke her leg, her left leg, completely in two, the bone completely in two. And ever since that day, she's been fighting through the pain. Some days difficult, some days not so difficult, but every day is difficult. And 6 months later, she's joined me on this hike. And the doctor said she wouldn't be able to do anything like this for 12 months. But she's fought through that pain, just like you need to fight through your pain, or else you're not going to succeed in anything that you do. Let's go. All right, we made it. We're actually on our way back down. It's going to do the last one on the top, but it was so windy that it really wasn't any good for the microphone. So here we are, great view of Lake Travis in the background. So, last one, number 14, live. You have to live life. You have to live it to the fullest, no matter what you do. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, it's not the destination, it's the journey. That's the perfect way to talk about life. It is just a journey. So in life, live it to the fullest, because I believe time in life is the ultimate gift. To give to yourself, to give to others, because every minute, every second of life is truly a gift. So always give to yourself and then give time to others. It's worth way more than any tangible item that you can give, money or physical objects. Time is what you need to give. So we made it. We're successful in what we wanted to do today. I know you will be successful in everything that you do. And if you're wondering if NIMS Purja completed Project Possible, well, you're just gonna have to watch the movie and find out. It's a great film. I know you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be as motivated as I was by watching it. Thank you. Enjoy. Talk to you later.